Hey, well, you guys are here before me. It's my live chat, and people are here before me. That's a good sign. Oh, Tony Bellew versus David Haye. Now, if anyone knows me, I used to be the biggest supporter of David Haye. Stephanie, I used to support David Haye. And I used to say, man, David Haye, this guy's in shape. He could sell tickets. He looks like an action star. He's got personality. I want him to beat, what's up, Candy? I wanted him to beat Klitschko. Klitschko was ducking the fight. And I'm like, man, they ducking this guy. To engage with Klitschko. He was so right. So scared of the hype, like maybe I will lose. They're like, he's nothing. Use the jab. Throw the right hand. So Emmanuel Stewart was all on his back. And as soon as that went down, David Haye could have won the fight. Me and my buddy was rooting for him until that fight. And then it was like, oh, this guy's a joke. He fooled all us. It was a con job. And when I mean a con job, I mean an Amir Khan job. Word around the campfire was he was an imposter. Sorry, I'm breaking up. I'm in a bad area. Bad connection spot. But I will repeat. Fighting Klitschko and had everybody believing he was the all-great David Haye. After that fight, everybody's like, okay, well, let's see what David Haye do against the other heavyweights in the division. I do know Melissa Ford don't drive a Honda Accord. That's what I know about Melissa Ford. Now, what I do know about this fight was, and everybody's like, man, what's going on with David Haye? Like, what? I thought he was a fighter. And I'm like, I thought he was too. What's happening? Why you keep pulling out these fights? Oh, I injured my toe. Oh, I injured my thumb. Oh, yeah, I'm hurt in training. I can't fight. He's gonna fight Tyson Fury like twice. They pull out. It's like, what's going on with David Haye? I don't get it. Nobody got it. And then he fights Derek Chisora, who's the heavyweight version of Mayorga. So we like, what is this? He beats him and everybody like, man, look at him. He knocked out Chisora. It's like, dude, everybody beats Chisora. He had lost, 6 fights in a row? He's just good for publicity. He's going to stir up the controversy at the press conference, and then they're going to sell the fight, but it's a joke of a fight. Who wanted to see Derek Chisora? So, all of a sudden, he beats Derek Chisora, and then all these fights is on the table for him, and it's like, okay, here's Tyson Fury. He didn't even fight the other guy that kept getting knocked out. What's his name? David Price. He kept getting knocked out. He didn't want to fight him. He didn't want to fight anybody. He just was in that. Everybody talks. Then he finally retired. He didn't fight for 4 years. He came back last year, fought 2 of the biggest bums nobody's ever heard of. I don't know how this guy was 29-0. I think he's a janitor or a cab driver or something in his own country. And he's undefeated. And I'm like, where did they even find these guys? David Haye beats up two of them. And I'm like, and now he's back on top. I'm like, when is David Haye gonna fight somebody? He's supposed to have been in a heavyweight tournament. He pulled out of that. Of course we know that. I told y'all about that because I wanted it more. We knew about this on what, Tuesday? That this was going on? Because we knew the situation behind the scenes of what was happening. So we kept our mouths shut on it, and we just said, okay, we'll let this play out. But we knew about the move. Now, let's go into Tony Bellew fight with David Haye. Let's stay on target here. Now, David Haye, everybody keeps talking about David Haye as if he's a real fighter. I just exposed him. Tony Bellew is a fighter that's fighting out of his weight class. He's a big boy who was fighting that super light heavyweight. So when that happened, it was like, okay, he's fighting that super light heavyweight. He's fighting out of his division. He ate himself out of his division. Since the Creed movie, he's basically been, okay, that should do it. Since the Creed movie, he got a lot of publicity come in. And now everybody's like, oh, okay, he got some publicity now off Creed. Maybe he's a contender now. People remember him from Creed. It's the battle of the bums. Bellew is not that great of a fighter either. It's like, I'm pulling for him because I don't like David Haye the worst. I mean, David Haye is the one I like the least in this situation. Not a David Haye fan at all, because I feel he's conning the public. He's everything Tony said he was. Bellew didn't lie on him. Now, analyzing this fight, David Haye is bigger than him. You feel me? David Haye is way bigger than Tony Bellew, I think. But I'm pulling for Bellew to win this fight. The thing about David Haye is he uses his athleticism and the fact that he's fast. He comes in and throws fast punches. He really only has one punch, and that is his right hand. That's the only punch David Haye sets up. It's the only one he tries to bait you in so he can land an over-the-top right hand that they call the haymaker. He's such political garbage. It is ridiculous. But I tell you what. No, black video guy. I didn't see a video about me. Maybe I wasn't looking for a video about me. But you see the Khan got knocked off the wall because he's calm. I'm going for Bellew. I think he has more boxing ability than David Haye. It's the thing of how will he translate at how did he translate at this weight class? But he should be all right. I think that if we continue with this on this level, we should be all right. This Asim guy wants me to shout him out. How can Haye be a bum? You tell me, look at his last 3 fights. You tell me when did he fight him? 2 in 2016, 1 in 2012. He's a bum. He fights like a bum. What competition has David Haye been in the ring with? He didn't get schooled by Klitschko. Klitschko fought scary too. They were 2 guys scared to fight each other. That was one of the worst fights ever. People talk about Floyd like, oh, he was in a boring fight. Vladimir Klitschko has owned the record for the most boring fights in boxing history. The only difference between Haye and Bellew as far as boxing is that the fact that Tony Bellew is actually fighting people. He's actually been in the ring fighting people. David Haye has been talking. That's all he's been doing is talking his entire career. Haye's only taking this fight because he feel, oh, I could beat Tony Bellew. And Tony Bellew, he was in Creed, a.k.a. Black Rocky. So I give the UK credit. What's up, Anthony? I give the UK credit for boosting this fight up to what it is right now. I do. I give them the most respect because they know how to promote a fight. They got a fight with a guy who had fought 2 bums in 5 years. Well, 3 bums because Derek Chisora is a bum. So since 2012 and his loss to Klitschko, which is in like 2011, he's been fighting. He fought 3 bums. 3 bums. But yet, that's right. That's all he's known for. Tony Bellew is more known for Creed than anything else. That's how the last time he had a victory. Since this last fight he just had. I mean, he took on the same road, too, he had in Creed. He came right after he won that little fight of his fighting some bum. He comes right out the ring talking to David Haye. I was like, man, wasn't this the lines he used in Creed? Boom. There we go. Yeah, I know, God of War. My connection is not that great. When you're out here in the woods, that's what happens. Nothing wrong with the phone. It's the service. You know David Haye coming in like this. That's David Haye. No jab, no nothing. But he can sell tickets. Because he's David Haye. I want David Haye to lose. But if he wins, I told you Foxy was finna diss Remy Ma. I told you that on my last video. That's what I left y'all with at the end. I've already heard some of the song. Somebody woke up in her mama house and told her to get out there. She used to be deaf and she got some of her hearing back. I'm being biased. I'm pulling for Tony Bellew to knock him out, but he won't. So it'll go to the cards, and they're going to give it to David Haye. So David Haye will win by decision. But I am rooting for Tony Bellew. I mean, Creed made him look like a better fighter than what he is. But I'm like, you got dropped by Black Rocky. I'm ready for Haye. Put me in the ring with Haye. He'll back out of that fight too. I can beat David Haye throwing the jab and the uppercut at the same time. I'll be eating a fry. Boom. But he got the haymaker. I'll hit him with the eraser. And be like, oh no, here it is, the eraser punch. Right, you talking to a guy who's out of boxing shape and still can throw a punch. I hit him with that feint, come with a short right hand, he's out. This is a codfish dinner. Not really. I'm still the last game I've played, and I've been trying to beat since 2003, is Dark Cloud 2. I play those kind of games like Zelda. Woodley by stoppage. Thompson lost the first fight. He just had a good comeback in one round because Woodley was trying to finish him. Culver's, I think that's the name of the place. Put the lemon on there. This North Atlantic cod. Say something funny. Why did the monkey fall out of the tree? Because he was dead. All right. There you go. You like that, Brandy? Why hate? Who's hating? Corny, but funny. What happened to Tiger Woods? He was beat up with golf clubs. The Nike special. When he got caught by his wife. He ain't been the same since. That's fast enough? Of course he is. They on tour and everything. Uncle Murder, East New York. Y'all see Puffy and Lee Daniels? So y'all tell me, who think Tony Bellew is gonna win? Bellew, you gotta use those uppercuts on Haye. When he's coming in, you gotta dig. Go to his body, but once you hit him with one good uppercut, when he duck that head in and try to come in with that, boom! Wake him up. Wake him up. Oh, Puff taking it. Puff taking it from Lee Daniels. See, what y'all don't know is that I found out that the people that like this, the homos, there's two versions. There's the male, it's like, even though they both like gay or bi, whatever you call that, there's a male version and a female, feminine version of the same thing. It's really weird. I don't participate in that sick world, but one's a male, and the male version of the feminine thing, and the other one's a male dominant one. I don't know how they got it in their own world, but Lee Daniels is the male one. Tyler Perry is the female one. That's why he dresses up as, Puffy is a female one. So you won't see Tyler Perry and Diddy together, because they like two feminine ones. That's why Steve Stout, same one. Steve Stout and Diddy got into it. They had a misunderstanding. They had a little fight at the Hamptons. Remember, Wendy Williams got taken down because she had video footage of Puffy doing some very weird activity at the Hamptons. The reason why that weird activity took place at the Hamptons, because it was with Steve Stout. Oh, they biting pillows. And they'll say they're not gay, they're bi. There's a difference to them in their world. They won't even say that. They go out and get fake wives, fake kids. But the women know to keep their mouths shut. Cassie know her position. Do you see Cassie doing interviews? Do you see Cassie doing nothing but showing off those new paid-for breasts? Think she's worried about her album coming out? Say that to Diddy face so I can end up in a trunk. If I can end up in the trunk of a car. You got them all. Leo Cohen, Russell Simmons. A lot of them. L.A. Reid, Babyface. Babyface called L.A. Reid with Steve Stout, and that caused them to split up. I've already said too much in this video. That went way beyond boxing. We gone way too far down the line. Jimmy Iovine too. I'm out.